Good morning, beautiful people. Happy Self Care Sunday. Child of sun. I'm grateful. I can't see, but I am grateful. Welcome to day 14 of 30 days of financial wellness with yours truly, Coach Sapphire Star, founder, owner of Organized Chaos, where we help our clients organize their finances to live a life full of purpose, passion, and possibilities. Today, I want to talk about time. Yeah, time is money, but truly, time is our most valuable asset. And that's a part of how many of you know who Steve Jobs is? Steve Jobs is a wealthy businessman, co founder of Apple, and he was born in California. He was also adopted as well, and lived what you would call a successful life. And on his last days, he ended up getting cancer. But one of his quotes was, "As I go through life, I discover the things that bring me the most joy and happiness are things that don't cost any money." And so my conclusion is time is our most valuable asset. And Steve Jobs, I believe he passed away at 55, 56 of cancer. And one thing I love to do on Self Care Sunday is allocate my time for the week. I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a coach, I'm an investor, and I every Sunday I burn my candles and I do my weekly planning. I plan out my professional calendar as well as my personal calendar because you guys know I'm always prioritizing self care, and that's very important. But I firmly believe that we should block out time for this. For me, if it's not on the calendar, it's not happening. So self care is on my calendar. What I have been talking about for the past couple of days is, my Me Time Friday. And so that is actually scheduled. That's blocked out on my calendar. And so one thing I can tell you when I talk to individuals about their time and money, oh, and if time and money was not an issue for you, what would you be doing today? Put that in the comment, put that in the chat, put that in the replay. And when I'm talking to clients or just people in general, I promise you, I can tell you where your challenge is, or I connect the dots with where you are versus where you want to be based on where you spend your time. What are you doing with your time? I promise you, if you set a goal for yourself, it is crucial and critical that where you spend your time is aligned with that goal. Who you spend your time with, what you spend your time doing. It's so important that we align ourselves with like minded people, like driven people, especially if we're on a mission to get somewhere. It's such a refreshing feeling to be on a wavelength with other people who's on that same path, even if you are on a different part of the journey. Because I do believe that, especially on this financial wellness journey, we are all at different points of our lives with our money. And that's okay. I'm not saying you have to be where the person is, but are they on a are they going somewhere? Are they making an attempt? Are they investing in themselves? Are they reading books, spending time reading books to learn about the very thing they want to achieve? And in this case, we can pinpoint it specifically to money. Are you spending your time reading books to help you organize money? Like my book, Live Freely. Shameless plug. I'm not shame at all. Are you spending your time? Where are you spending your time? Especially if you're working a 9 to 5, we only got so much time in a day. We're sleeping 8 hours. 8 hours is work, right? So that's 16. Don't get me to doing math. What is that? 8 hours, 4 and 4. That's 8 hours. So we got about 8 hours to figure out life. And if we're gonna be real, some of us spend a lot of time on social media, and myself included. Like when I get that little report telling me how much time I spend, I'd be like, ooh. But it's a reality check. Sometimes you gotta do a time audit. You have to look and see where you're spending your time, just like you do your budget. I always tell my clients, listen, you budget your money, go through and see where the income expenses, where there's opportunities to make money, where there's opportunities to decrease spending, where there's opportunity to save. Saving is earning. But I want to challenge you to do a time audit, to do a time budget, do a time audit, see where you're spending your time, and see where you can find opportunities to spend time doing what you want to do. If you're not sure, spend time, allocate time, block out time to figure that out. We can get money, we can make money, we can spend money, we can do all the things with money, but we can't get our time back. And when we are working our jobs, we are exchanging our time for money. And that's where the money piece comes into play. It's not so much that money is the most important thing in life, but pero when you exchange your time for money, that's where the connection is. Oh, I've spent 8 hours a day, 40 hours a week. Now, what am I going to do with the money I've made? Am I going to honor the time that I put into going to work and showing up? Or am I going to squander it and buying stupid shit that don't bring value, that doesn't buy back your time, that keeps you in this cycle of work, spend money, going to debt, work, spend money, going to debt, and you're constantly in this wheel and you're not going anywhere. If you're going to spend or exchange your time for money, it's important that you decide and take charge and say, this is what I'm going to do with my time and my money that I have worked so hard for. Because the time piece is the piece that you're not getting back. So I challenge you today to do a time budget for this week. I want you to go through, get a calendar, and literally every hour of the day, except the time we're sleeping. Every hour, I want you to see where you're spending your time. Write it out, put it in the calendar, see where there's opportunities for you to create, for you to be able to focus on your goals. We've already talked about setting smart goals for your money. Set smart goals for your life. What's your personal vision for your life? What's your personal mission for your life? And when you do the time budget, make sure it's aligned with the very thing you say you want. Because in that belief cycle that I talked about, Once you believe in yourself, you take action. Taking action then leads to results. Those results then feed that belief. And now you're in this cycle that produces results. It produces forward movement, kinetic energy, energy in motion. So this is something that I challenge you to do on today, on Self-Care Sunday. Take time out to budget your time. Figure it out. What does a purpose-driven life mean to you? And what can I do to make that happen? If you are ready to lean in, lock in, we got about 100 something days left in this year, and you're ready to say, you know what, I'm ready to level up my money, I'm ready to level up my mindset, I'm ready to boldly walk into the life that I truly deserve and desire. It's not too late to join our 2025 Money and Mindset Challenge. It's a free 5-day challenge, email challenge of tips and strategies sent directly to your inbox. And so go to SapphireStar2Rs.com and you can sign up for our challenge, or you can join our newsletter and get up-to-date information about webinars, seminars, retreats, classes that we hold at Organized Chaos. Most of our classes are free. And if they're not free, they're, affordable prices, but also if you become a member of our community, you get discount prices for our paid events. And so again, put in the comment section, just say, I'm ready. I'm ready to allocate my time. I'm ready to allocate my money that's aligned with my personal vision for my life. Reach out to me if you need help. You want to have a conversation to help you just get on the path. You're like, well, I don't even know where to start. Feel free, SapphireStar2Rs.com, and let's connect. I want you guys to enjoy the balance of your day. I know I am. Always remember to be great. See you guys tomorrow.